problem buying Elk. There's two different chains for Elk. There is the Matic chain and there is the Avalanche chain. I'm going to show you the Avalanche chain today. So what you've got in front of you now is the Binance CEX, or the Binance Central Exchange. I've come here to purchase some Avalanche, or AVAX as the ticker states, and then I'm going to send it across to my wallet using the chain. I think it's the X chain, but we're going to find that out in a second. This is the Avalanche wallet. If we click onto this, okay, you can see that there's the different chains. As I said, the X chain, the P chain, and the C chain, right? There's three different chains. This is going to throw noobs out, okay? You're going to be slightly confused, hence me doing this video. What we need to be doing is we need to be copying the address, because the X chain is purely for exchanges. That's a giveaway, isn't it? X exchange. So we're going to copy that address. We're coming over here, and we are going to paste it in there, which I've already done, as you can see. We are then going to transfer these AVAX on the AVAX network, not the Binance Smart Chain network. As you can see, both fees are pretty much the same, around about 30 cents, hell of a lot difference than the ERC token or the Ethereum network. And then the amount, and I'm just going to transfer 33 of these over from my balance. Yep, happy with that, submit. We're happy, click to get code, verification sent, emails, let's have a look here. Binance withdrawal request, we're going to copy that, we're going to close that, we're going to add that in there. We are going to then have a look for the Google verification code. Got long in the tooth of doing this kind of thing now. Let's have a look here. 337724 7724. Submit. And that is now en route. Okay, so that's flying over to my Avalanche wallet. Okay, easy to set up, seed phrase job. Okay, you can simply do that. It takes about 2 minutes to actually set up, and then when you're in it, you can see all your different bits. You can see NFTs, collectibles, you can see the balances that you've got available on each of the different chains. The P chain is the platform chain. The C chain is going to be the chain that you are going to need for your MetaMask. Okay, so what we can do is we can come across MetaMask, and then on the custom RPCs. You see the custom RPC here at the bottom on networks. We can add, and you can see it there, Avalanche mainnet, right? Avalanche mainnet, you'll add that simply by going across to the Avalanche documents on their website, or indeed their documents on Medium, etc., and finding out the custom RPC for Avalanche mainnet, and you will find a plethora of results. Make sure it's the right one. Double check before you input that information. And then when we come across here, we can just hit custom RPC and we can put that data in. I have done a video on our YouTube channel at Cabins about adding a custom RPC. So you'll add that in there, and then all of a sudden your Avalanche is going to appear here. Okay, and it's going to, let's go back, sorry. Your Avalanche will appear here. Here we go. Okay, so there's only a little bit in there, as you can see. I want to get some more in there so I can buy other things within the Avalanche ecosystem. So I can copy this address, which is copied now. And what I can do is I can wait for this to come across. If we have a look at our withdrawals, we can look at withdrawal history, and it will say processing. And we'll wait for Binance to wake up processing. If we click here, we can come down and we can look at the TX ID, which is the transaction identification. Click on to look on the Blockchain Explorer. Has it been actioned? Success. Yeah. Brilliant. So that's gone through. So now if we go onto our Avalanche wallet, we should see that there's going to be a transaction coming through any time. Yeah, and that will then be of those 33 that we sent across. Ah, there we go. 32.99. It's just arrived. So you can see in real time, this is really, really quick. Not like a Bitcoin where you're waiting sometimes, 3 hours if the network's busy for transactions and paying a stupid amount. We've paid 0.01. So if we look in there, around about, what are they? $28. So $28 for one, $2.80. That would be then 28 cents that we've paid. And we saw that ties in a little bit with what it said on Binance, which was the 30 cents, which we've already talked about. But now we need to get across from X to C. So we're going to go cross-chain, okay? We're going to go cross-chain. We're going to go from source X, yeah? So source X balance, destination. We don't want P, we want C, yeah? So we're going to go from X chain to C chain. We are going to do the max we can possibly do, and then we are going to confirm. And we confirm it, we transfer. This is waiting to import again. This is live, so obviously you can see how long it takes. So now we've got import transfer complete. We now have a balance, and again that's taken another little smidgen off us for crossing over there. But this is like cents. This, you haven't got to, unless you're only dealing with $1, you haven't really got to worry because it's just such small amounts. But now we've got this. Now what we need to do is we need to send. So we copied and pasted the address. Make sure that it's your Avalanche. We copied that. We're going to come across here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go on to source chain C. Going to click C because that's where our balance is. Look, we're going to go max again. To send over, and then we are going to put in our address here, and then we are going to confirm and send transaction, and that's transaction sent, right? And then we can come up to our MetaMask, and there we go. Look how quick that was. Boom. Yeah, that's how fast these side chains are. Absolutely stupidly quick. Now if we come into Elk.Finance, we've talked about Elk. Let's just close that one. Let's have a look at this one. Elk Avalanche. Yeah, you'll see now we've got 33 Avalanches populated there. Wallet is already connected, so now we can buy some whatever we want. Yeah, if we want to buy ourselves some Elk, we certainly can do that. We can put that into there at the top, and we can put max if we wanted to buy all Elk. We can put that in there. If we just wanted to buy a portion, which I do, let's just buy 10 Avalanche worth, maybe about $280 worth of Elk. 141, we're quite happy with that exchange. We're going to swap that, and we're going to confirm swap. That's going to confirm up in our MetaMask. Bang. That's done. We're waiting for that pending to turn into a confirmation. Swap. 141 Elk. Right, so now we can see the 141 Elk balance. If we click onto our balances, we've got the 145 that's already there. So this is the one way that we can do it. But also another way that we can do this is that we can switch networks. So we can switch networks here, and we can go across onto the, he says, if I've got it yet, Matic network. And we're on Matic, and this is automatically switched. And this is something that we're looking at doing at Cabins. We've switched now across onto Matic. And you can see all of the different balances here. I've got some Elk, and I've also got some farming. So if we click onto the farming here, you can see that managing it, this is US dollar, USDC and Elk. So I've got Elk working for me in there as well as these other balances. So I've got Elk on both cross chains, Matic, and I've got it on Avalanche. Yeah, both I'm long on, meaning I expect the price to appreciate on both. And I've got one covered. If the other one moons, the great. And then I've got some in the other platform. Should both moon, absolute double dip, top dog. But Should one go up really, really like a rocket and the other one not so much, that's fine for me. I'm perfectly happy with that. And I'm also going to go on to, if I switch network by clicking MetaMask, and I'm going to switch again, and I'm going to come on to, beg your pardon, wrong tab. I'm going to come on to the Avalanche network again. You can see it switch back to Avalanche. So this is what we've got here. Now I've got my farming options available to me. So you can see I can do Elk and Avalanche. So I can pair these together in liquidity form. Really, really simple to do that. What's that paying? 0.06. Sometimes here we have to do the maths. We have to work out, are the rewards pretty good or not? And what you can see here is this is giving 400 elk a day, yeah, for 6,171 Avalanche or AVAX, which are the native token to this platform. Right, and we say, okay, you know, that ratio is about 100 for about 1,500 in that region, yeah? And you can see here, 100 for 1,500, this is better, much better, Elk F. It's much better reward ratio, right, on this one. Are these, you know, as stable coins, or are these stable big mega cap coins? Of course, F is reasonably stable. And Elk isn't. Elk is obviously the risky one. And here, AVAX again, mega cap, you know, billions of dollars in market cap, and Elk is your risky one. But sometimes down here, look, you've got a stable coin and Elk. Now, these are sometimes the ones that I like to go into first of all when I'm finding my feet. Generally, they're not as high, but as you can see here, excuse me, this one is pretty good. So this one is down as low as, like, you're getting 200 elk, which is more than this next one up, and it's less AVAX, so you're getting more reward and there's less staked. So this would be a one that I would be going immediately, okay, this is something that I'm looking at doing. As you can see, current reward is 0.12 elk a day per AVAX. Yeah, so if you've got 10, you're going to get 1.2. Right, that's the current reward. Of course, that can change the more money that comes into it. But you can see here, this is very, very low volume. What I mean by that is if we have a look at the charts, I hope this opens and it all works swimmingly. If we look at the charts, we can have a look at liquidity on the exchange. It is ridiculously low. This is the time that I love to get involved in projects, okay? When it's been up over 1.5 million liquidity, which is still nothing. It's not even a gnat's fart of one farm on PancakeSwap, let alone one whole farm or one whole pool. There are tens and hundreds of millions and billions in total value locked there on PancakeSwap. So this on Avalanche is going to be potentially one of the ones to watch, one of the ecosystems to watch as we move forward throughout 2021. Yeah, it has a lot of pluses. It has a few minuses as well. Maybe I'll do a video about pluses and minuses. But you can see here, this is risen and this has now come down. And I'm anticipating that we're seeing already a rise in the price of elk. From yesterday was $1.50 or that sort of price. And we can open up elk. It may not give us a chart. It may do. We'll have to see. Over the last... Oh, it has. So we can see where it's come from. Around about $1 if we put in a month. We can see it's been up there at $3.50. And now I would say, and I'm not a charting specialist, especially with this kind of chart, but we can see here that we have this wedge formation, and it looks like a local bottom has been found there, and this is a breakout. So anywhere in this region, as I said to you, sort of the 150 where I got involved, where this confirmation of a breakout is happening, that would be the time that I'd be looking at getting involved and thinking there could be 100% or more gains to reach back to those all-time highs, yeah, of over $3. Should this take off and should it get some traction? Because we know the other elk being cross-chain is getting some traction. Remember, if we come across here, click onto MetaMask, we switch networks over onto Matic. Okay, that's moved on to Matic for us. There we go, we can see it. We know that we can see on these charts, oh, it's not wanted to do that for me, so that's a bit of a pain. But on these charts, Elk on Matic has risen quite dramatically. So it's gone up to around about $6 now. Let's just try it again, see if it might want to work for us this time. No, it doesn't. There's an app error. Okay. Maybe we can, no we can't. Okay, but that's risen up. And I'm thinking that if money comes in, if we start getting to that, around about on the Matic network, it's around about 1.5 million liquidity. And you know, on the Avalanche one, it's, you know, it's fractions of that. So what we've got to say to ourselves is, you know, is there a potential for more money to pour in, more people that become aware of it, good marketing? And because we can switch between networks, they're going to do Binance Smart Chain exactly the same, they're going to do ETH exactly the same, and they're going to do 10 networks, and their tagline is going to be any network, anywhere, anytime. So you can actually have Elk on multiple different chains, and hopefully this has given you an insight into what we are looking at doing at Cabins, which is bring in our utility token across onto multiple chains. So if you are an AVAX list, you know, you can go and you can use our a utility token on the Ethereum network. It might be the fact that you really love Matic, or you like Avalanche, or any one, or Binance Smart Chain, Apes. You know, you can use it on any one of those different L2 stroke networks. So there you go. That's how you do it. That's as easy as it is. And as you can see, this video, I don't know how long it's actually taken, but you know, it's a real-time example of when you get the swing of it, of how you can just flick between all of these. Should I want to get Matic, I would follow the same process, but I would go to AscendX. AscendX supports Matic network so that you can then send for fractions of 1 cent. You do not want to be sending Matic on the Ethereum network. Someone was burnt with that yesterday, sending it and then realizing that it's going to cost them $20-something in gas. And then they've got to bridge it across onto Matic network, and that's going to be another $30 or $40. So all in all, it's going to be like $60 to send $100 worth, and it's pointless. So just be careful, you know which exchanges support the different networks, and go to those exchanges to buy your native tokens. Cheers guys, all the best, have a great day, speak to you soon.